like this song, Juan?
Oye, ¿cómo va?
Okay.
Is that what it is? I can barely hear it.
Yeah, you still playing?
No, the music went out. Okay.
Hey. Colm, let me ask you something really, really quick. How was your morning? How'd you start off your morning?
I went to the gym.
Who's he?
No, gymnasium.
Oh, yeah. That's famous.
Yeah, went to the gymnasium. 6:30.
Okay, and waited for them to open?
No, they were already open. They opened at 5:30. I was late. So where are we going? What's the segment?
Well, where are we going? Are we
we're gonna reverse this back to
well,
you.
let me tell you something about. I had a really. I
talk about your breakfast.
I personally had a really shitty morning. Thank you for asking.
Okay, so you were hoping mine was just
I was just hoping yours was just as bad as mine.
No, it was a pretty good workout. Backs and buys.
So this morning,
can't really tell.
My sister, jeez, my daughter comes into the bedroom. Can you move Chris's car? Oh yeah, and his back window's shattered.
First of all, what time was this?
This is 5:30 in the morning.
Oh,
I'm like, so that wakes me up really quick. I'm like, what? Yeah, his window shattered, but I need to get to school. I need her. So she was more
about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go outside. So go outside, and the back window, driver's side shattered, gone. So, I don't know if you noticed it when you walked right by it, that little black car.
No. So was it about trying to steal it or steal stuff?
Yeah, no. Somebody tried to steal my my Hyundai. 4:30 in the morning.
It's a Hyundai. The Kia boys are all about those.
Is that what they call those guys? The Kia boys?
Yeah.
Jeez,
man, I should have taken Uber here.
They're super easy to steal.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Yeah, but apparently this person didn't because he jacked up the whole steering column. Pop that piece off. This is what's crazy is I get into the car, I unlock it. Oh, well, no, it was already unlocked. I get in, I grab the key because I wanted to move the car so Ileana can back her car out because the black car was in front or behind, I'm sorry. And I couldn't even put the key in the ignition. That's how it was all.
I can help you. It's easy.
It's all jacked up.
I know, but there's a round metal piece. You put a USB cord on it, you can start it.
I see, and I heard something about the USB cord.
That's what I'm saying. The Kia boys, they're out there.
The Kia boys. Fuck
we
you guys is what I'm saying about that.
We'll do it.
Yeah, so they messed up my morning. So that's why I asked you. I'm glad you had a good morning.
Thank you, man. I'm sorry you had to wake up to that.
But then,
did Ely get to school? Did she get?
Yeah, she was able to get. Okay. She was able to get.
So you're able to move it, get it out of the way, so she can get to.
Yeah. Actually, I was able to maneuver. I had to move my truck, and then so she can just get it out. She had enough room to get out. Yeah. So yeah, she made
it was a great workout. Thanks for asking. Thanks.
That wasn't a workout. That was a very frustrating
for me.
Oh
yeah.
You had a good workout.
It was good.
What'd you do? What'd you work out on?
Back and buys and did a little walk.
Back and
spring.
thighs.
Then I had to get to work, shower, work. You know.
Yeah. No, that's good. I'm glad.
Good morning.
I'm glad you had a good morning.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of good morning, I had my coffee this morning. Speaking of good morning, I had my coffee this morning, right?
Yeah.
And you know how I like the lattes, the mocha latte?
Right.
I found something that has saved me. Do you drink coffee?
Oh, absolutely.
A lot?
In fact, I see AO all the time, or used to.
Yeah, that's right.
You should, and you'll be seeing him more.
At the
He's going to open up a Starbucks.
At the non-sponsored location.
Yes. Yeah. Starbucks, not a sponsor.
So he will be opening his own here soon. So he's working on it.
That
so
is
I
not
found
correct.
this.
Fact check that. No? Okay, where? The trash? Where?
Found it at Price Chopper.
Uh-huh.
No, found it at Walmart.
Right.
Dude.
What is it?
No, I don't. It's a Coffee Mate, Nestle Coffee Mate Cafe Mocha.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
But it is delicious.
One day. Maybe.
What? Oh,
that's all I needed to do.
I thought you lost your train of thought.
We'll make an ad out of it.
But anyway, I put it in my coffee.
Oh, God.
Put it in my coffee. Ooh, son of a bitch, it was good.
Yeah.
It was so good. I carry it with me. And I feel like just drinking coffee anytime I want now.
Right.
Man, I should have had a cup of coffee today.
The vanilla.
I'm going to put some in my water.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, I'll put this aside.
Well, at least your morning turned out to be better.
Yeah. And then another thing, have you guys ever farted in a jar and then closed it up?
No.
You guys ever,
No.
We need to do a challenge.
No.
We need to try it. Just fart in a jar, we'll close it up and see how long if
a challenge.
So what happens with the next person that comes in has to open up and smell it?
Was it part of this
Just
question?
I was not aware.
First of all, we're grown men.
I was not aware of this.
Secondly,
I know you should. I know. Hello.
This isn't the locker room at high school.
Anyway, you're right.
practice.
I was just something I was just thinking about. I think it'd be a good idea to do.
Poor wife.
Because I saw a video. Actually, I saw a video of a girl. She did it at Walmart. I think it was a TikTok thing. She grabbed like a pot that had a lid on it, right? And she set it down and then she put the lid on it real quick and then put it on the counter. So then that way the next person who comes around to check out. You can laugh in the mic.
Why is that coming across your feed? That's not coming across my feed.
Actually, I was watching a podcast and they're the ones. The YMH podcast, I was watching them and then they brought that up. So I thought it was good. I thought it was a good little segment. Anyway. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. You hear the clap? Thank you for that. I am your host, Big Mod, and to my left, my co-host, AO Anthony Orpeza, and running the board. Apparently, running the board today is my nephew Jose, the man behind the wheels of steel today. What?
Chris was just there for like.
Chris was there. What happened?
He got tired.
Apparently, tacos led to some stomach problems.
Is that what he said?
He's unavailable at the moment.
Well, I guess someone's not getting a check this week. But anyway, that's Chris. Yeah. And my son Mark sitting in with us today. Hello, Marquise. Good to see you. So let's just take a moment to do our sponsor reads. This podcast is sponsored by Quinn Concrete Construction. The company motto, no job too big or too small. Whatever your concrete need is, they have the experience and the professionalism to ensure a quality job every time. For a free estimate, call 913-279-1448. That's 913-279-1448 and ask for Joe Quinn.
This episode is sponsored by Goal Fire Protection. With over 26 years of fire sprinkler experience, Goal Fire Protection has built our livelihoods on established relationships and providing quality fire sprinkler systems. From retrofits, remodels, service, repairs, new installation, and inspections, simple to the extreme, we can help you every step of the way. No job is too small or too big for our knowledgeable crews. For your free estimate, call 913-441-3390 or email us at gochoa@goalfireprotection.com.
And we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guest for the evening, Mr. Juan Ramirez. Looks like he came straight from Mexico.
Hey, we all did.
Representing. Yeah, we all
originated from.
Tangas.
Yeah. Thanks for being on the show, bro.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for inviting me,
Yeah,
I know everyone has busy schedules, and it's a pleasure to be here because I've listened to some of your podcasts. Pretty funny stuff.
4?
I appreciate that.
How many? Can you tell us how many?
Oh,
2?
I ain't gonna lie.
So
I'll be full
25.
transparency
Yeah,
here.
right. It's all honesty here.
They're probably
no
all
edits.
on one hand.
Right?
Yeah,
But-
who are your guests? Who are you guests? Who are my guests?
The ones that I watch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That boy's going down.
he's going to press you. He wants to know.
So the first one I
see how
saw
far-
was Mark Grado.
Okay.
Right.
Shout out to
right.
Mark. Yeah.
Shout out.
I saw a clip of my cousin Rafa and Martha Ramirez.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That was during the couple session. That was pretty fun.
Beto Lopez.
Okay.
Okay. That was a good one.
That's three. That's three.
That's quality.
This is Juan's top
I think
5.
that. I think,
So Big Modcast.
3 is
That's-
on one hand.
that's
so
3 is
that's-
meets expectations,
that's-
right?
That met mine.
So
Sure.
I'd have to think
Even
a little
though
harder
you
about the
said you
others.
listened to Piece of Juan.
That's right. That's all right. That's good.
But
That's
it's all good. No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do you listen to Greg Ochoa?
No, but I grew up around Greg Ochoa.
Yeah.
So,
They're related, no?
we all say we're related, right?
Yeah.
But let me
Because
just.
his mom.
His mom, Gloria,
Yeah, okay,
is
so you know.
sisters with my tia Evelyn.
Okay.
And my tia Evelyn is Rafa Ramirez.
There we go.
Martha,
And they.
his
Yeah.
mother-in-law. Robert, I got to name all the siblings, my cousins now. Rafa,
Yeah, we could be here all day.
Robert, Maria,
Yeah.
Leticia.
Shout out to that family. Yeah.
And my tío Roberto, so
Yeah.
AKA Tito.
There we go. Yeah. How are we doing this evening?
Fantastic. I walked into this room and I mentioned I was just in awe, because there's something in here for everyone's tastes, and so
appreciate
several of them were calling and pulling on me, tugging at me. And
Do you recognize that bank up there?
the bank.
The
Let me see.
the Barney Rubble. That's Barney. But you know who
I mean,
Barney Rubble
I
is.
watched the Flintstones.
Yeah.
But when you said it that way, I was wondering, did I used to have that and you stole it or something? No, I don't. I mean, I know who they are. Yeah, the Barney, the Rebels.
That's like one of the childhood toys that I grew up. It's not even a toy; it's a bank. But my mom, I mean, I got that like
Is there stuff
4
in it?
or 5, and there's
Paper?
nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing in it. I don't think we ever put anything in it.
Wow.
But you know what? It's
That's
still
a novelty item. You probably could auction that off somewhere.
Yeah, and fill it up. Oh wait, if I did that, then I wouldn't be able. It actually smells like 1974. Sure. Serious, Cole.
What is 74?
Yeah, what does that smell like? What's the smell?
Grab it and smell it.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Grab it. And smell it.
I'm good.
He did the jar thing.
Anytime another man says that to me, that does not happen.
You know, the first thing that popped into my mind.
How often? Oh yeah, since you do go to the
I've worked
gym.
in restaurants.
How often are you told?
I've worked at
"Excuse me,
restaurants.
grab this and smell it.
I've worked in, you don't know where I've worked. You don't know my life. You don't know where I've been.
It's interesting.
right, go.
It smells like
funny.
74.
We're sorry,
Smells like
Juan. Thank you for
1974.
coming, Juan. We'll
I'm excited to be here.
How was your weekend?
Wow. My weekend was fantastic. It seemed like it was going nonstop. I just came back from a weekend trip down in San Antonio. So it was my first time going down to experience the Tejano Concert Festival.
Okay.
And
3 days, 2 days, a week long.
Friday arrival afternoon.
Is that when the fest started?
I think 5-ish happy hour time frame.
Okay. All right.
So we arrived. The party had already begun, you know, kind of thing, and it went on.
Group of fellas.
My cousin, I got to give full credit to my cousin Laura and Manuel Ledesma.
Okay,
you guys are pretty familiar with who they are.
Sure.
They are like the Tejano Festival gurus.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
That's what I title them as personally. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, they go to everywhere from Las Vegas to those expos or conventions for Tejano festivals.
Oh, okay.
To the fiestas down in San Antonio.
How about Nevada? Do you ever go down to Nevada?
Oh, God.
I've been to Nevada, but I don't go there for those festivals. No, but like I said, this is my first time, and I think so. It was my inaugural event, and I'm sold. I'm looking.
You're looking forward to
I'm
next year?
looking. Hey, there's a convention in Vegas in July, and non-sponsored, I know, but I think I'll be going.
With fellas. Who are the fellas? I mean, like,
You know what?
was it
just
fellas or just family?
Family, friends of theirs, and
okay,
I went with my good friend and neighbor,
Okay.
Juan Porras. You guys
Okay.
might
Yeah,
be familiar with
One of
Juan.
the cuates?
Yeah. And so he and I are neighbors, and he mentioned the event. And I said, you know what? I think my cousin Laura and Mayo mentioned that, and I know they'll be there. So, you know, just a few texts back and forth and got the deets. Fun time, though. So,
Good.
in fact, that was my first time really experiencing that whole. Everyone's probably have a friend or two or a family member that's gone down to San Antonio and experienced that whole 2-week-long vibe of fiestas that are going on down there. You guys have probably heard about the fiestas that go on down there. So I thought this is what we were going to go to at first, and then they broke it down for me even further and said, no. That's in April. What we're going to is the Tejano Concert Festival. And so you're talking about, it was located in the Hemisphere Fanfare, I think is what it's called. I'm probably butchering the name of it, but it would be comparable to like the Memorial grounds up there downtown. Liberty Memorial grounds when they used to have the Spirit Festival.
Yeah, they still do that, right?
Rock Fest?
Whatever it's called now. I don't know.
Rock Fest was at the amphitheater in Bonner.
No, I think they had something.
They have it up at the
heavy metal on Labor Day. Yeah, during tournaments. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh,
you're right.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this would be comparable to that, but
Sure.
puro raza, man. I mean, you know, so it was pretty badass. You know?
Nice.
So if you've never been, you should check it out.
Yeah.
I saw other Kansas Cityans there, of course, you know, through their gear, Chiefs gear and stuff.
Right.
But, it was a fun time.
So that was this last weekend.
Yeah. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Sure.
And
So it was St. Patrick's Day, right?
Right.
Sunday.
Get
so,
that.
I know. So how did
trust me, we were walking on the
a lot of
Riverwalk.
Irish Mexicans out there? What?
Well,
Right
Like
on.
right on. Redhead?
I'll say I
Mexicans?
have a couple token Irish/Mexicano friends. So
Really?
shout out to Jeff Miles. Well, he's
Oh, well,
he's
yeah, I guess
not,
so.
you know,
Well,
he's
he's
honorary.
family.
He's
Yes, he is.
honorary.
Yeah, Jeff Miles, shout out.
And then Ben
He's
Pacheco,
family.
of course, he's
Right on, Ben.
half Irish, half
Ben, the
Mexicano.
cousin.
So
Happy, right?
there you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I have to say that there are probably a lot of them scattered in the downtown San Antonio this past weekend.
Yeah.
So Sunday was St. Patty's Day, and
Right.
we were venturing down to the Riverwalk area, just trying to find things to do, you know. And what was it? No, it was Saturday. It was Saturday that we were walking around and shopping and things, and people were all wearing green. I'm like, dang, is today St. Patty's Day, or people are just pre-gaming, I guess, you know? So we
Pre-game
stumbled.
St. Patty's Day.
We stumbled over to the Mi Tierra area where they have the Mercado,
Yeah.
which is kind of okay. So you're familiar with that,
Yeah, yeah.
And I picked up this deal here, man.
It's nice.
Because of the green. I was like, I need something green to wear tomorrow. And I knew I brought an Mexico hat, but I wanted something to, coordinate. You got to coordinate.
Right.
You got to coordinate. And so I thought I would share this with all the community.
With all
Sunday,
all the thousands of people that were sitting here and listening and watching.
That's right. And so
Thousands.
I wore it the next day on Sunday, which was St. Patty's Day. And so I was probably,
So you wore it again? Wait,
no,
so you wore
I bought it Saturday.
You bought it
and
Saturday.
I wore it Sunday for St. Patty's Day.
Thought ahead. Thought ahead.
Pre-game, like you said.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Coordinate.
Cool.
Got to coordinate.
Cool. Sell it to me when you're done with it.
No.
Anyway.
In fact, I want to get a few more. I bet you I can
Probably.
side hustle.
You should have
Side
you should have
hustle
brought
these.
some.
Side hustle these. But that was my weekend, pretty much.
cool.
Flew back on Monday and headed back into the office,
Right on.
to make it happen.
That's cool.
But anyways, and I was looking forward to this, this event and this time here with you guys. So
Yeah, thank you. Dude, last time we talked, I think, we actually sat and talked was at the Cigar Lounge, right?
yes.
It was
The Shop Cigar Lounge over in
the
Strawberry
Shop
Hill.
Cigar. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Mike Simmons.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was a cool event that we went to.
It was, you know what? It was a chamber event
Yeah.
for the Kansas City, Kansas Chamber. Shout out to Danny Silva.
Yeah, and I was invited. My cousin Alfonso invited me to that.
Yes, I haven't seen him in a long time.
And you guys sat
So
down
we
and
had a chance to
talked about you guys' trips.
Oh
from
my
back in
God,
the
we
day,
went way back. And
which I never knew you guys did that.
you probably didn't know. How did you know each other?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't. I mean, especially since Alfonso is a little
Yeah.
older than us.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
So
That's interesting.
that opened up, conversations around our past and family trips, and I think almost every podcast that I listened to, which were this many probably,
Yeah.
and of yours, I think I hear a little bit about that in every conversation that's discussed, which
Yeah.
is beautiful. And so your tío,
Alfonso, yeah.
and my dad, of course, and your tia and my mom, and just like most people's parents,
Yeah.
knew each other because of church and community that was formed around church.
The Corsillos.
The Corsillos.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Corcistas.
Yeah, and we've talked
I'm
about.
one,
Are you?
so, yeah.
And we've talked about those. Of course, when Beto came in, talked a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
And
we
then,
did talk
of
about
course, R.I.P. Lisa when she had talked
Yes,
about the Corsillos
yes.
as well. But yeah, even Hugo, I could stick with that
Malgosa?
family. Yeah, I could stick with that family. Yeah, we talked about the Corsillos. Yeah, but no,
That's how we got to know just about everyone as well. And you know what? I'm real thankful to that, to our parents.
Yeah.
For being engaged, at that point in their lives in the church and the community that was evolving, and because it led to a lot of long-lasting, I guess, relationships or friendships, and it's nice to see. So
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and it was good seeing you up there too as well, because like I said, I haven't seen you in a while.
yeah, it's
And
been a
let
minute.
alone- yeah,
it's
talk.
been a minute. I think,
So-
several months to maybe a year. I don't know
Yeah.
since the last time. I'd seen you.
When was the last time you've been there to the shop?
Wow.
Last time?
Yeah. So they just had their 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
And I was at their 1 year
Oh,
anniversary.
that's right,
event.
yeah.
Yeah.
And,
My cousin's band played there.
Stranded.
Yeah. So
Right on.
shout out to
Shout
Stranded.
out AJ. Tone.
So, but that was a great event. I
PJ.
mean, lots of people, great music, fun times. So
Do you have a favorite cigar, or do you just light up whatever's handed to you? Or
well, So I like the sweet tasting ones. So I mean, I can name probably one. No, actually, two. I think one of them's called Fat Bottom Betty's.
Right on.
So it's the one with the
Fat bottom?
the Dia de los Muertos lady. Shout out
Yeah,
to
no,
Fat Bottoms.
those are good. Those are good. Actually, I just turned on to those as well.
Yeah, and so you can get
The cigar or the
cigar, the fat bottom.
Okay.
Fat bottom.
All right. All right.
You can get those cigars in different shapes and sizes.
Okay,
I mean,
we'll go
serious.
ahead and just start hitting all of this now.
Hey, you're saying it. I'm just asking.
They're delicious. I mean,
Are they?
the cigars. Come on,
Right
guys.
Hey,
Let's bring it
I'm
back.
just- you're
Bring
the
it
one
back
saying
in.
it. I'm just.
And
Are
then-
they flavored?
Speaking of delicious,
Are they flavored? Chocolate flavored?
yes.
vanilla, I think.
Right
And,
on. Right on.
And then the other ones, the acid cigars, they come in pretty sweet too. Yeah.
You and I.
So you and I could probably hang.
Yeah, with the
You won't hear
those
any
cigars.
arguments between us.
Not at all.
basically.
I'm not going to say, "Oh, that's a horrible
There
cigar."
you
It's-
go.
Yeah, so far I agree with you. Cool. Those some good.
But
cigars.
no, that's a fun place to go and meet up with friends and meet new friends and network. I guess.
Yeah.
It's just a fun little spot. It makes you have you ever experienced something, whether it's food or
Oh yeah.
a venue or and you're like, damn it, why didn't I think of that?
No.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
so
what
the
was
shop
it?
is one of those places, man. It's just badass, dude. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, this
That-
long overdue because
That place is awesome.
I've
It's
gone to a
really
couple
awesome.
cigar
Awesome
lounges,
establishment.
down south in Overland Park and one down north, but none of them were ever like this. And then there's another one over off in North Kansas City, just past the Outlaw.
The Outlaw, yeah.
Yeah, it's called something.
Oh, there's
about-
another one
yeah.
past the Outlaw?
Mhm. No, yeah,
Or that
yeah,
one.
on that main highway there,
Oh, okay.
right next to Quick Trip. So that's enough. I
So
won't say
they
too
all
much
have a
about it.
different vibe.
Yeah.
Right?
So for me, my vibe is I'm looking for places that I can meet people and hang out without having to get, like we used to back in the day in Westport,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So-
All right.
You can sip on something and have a cigar and have a good conversation,
Sure,
And so that's kind of my thing that I look
Right.
for nowadays. And music is key also.
Yeah.
And so both those places that I was describing, they usually have good music. So
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Speaking of sipping on, what are you sipping on there?
Well, not a sponsor, Kirkland water.
No.
And then, you know what? Let me just describe how this came to be.
Okay.
So when I walked in here, as I mentioned earlier, there's a little bit of something for just about anyone in this room. And so the couple things that stood out was the breakdancing portrait that was painted by your son, you said, right?
Yeah, Mighty Painted.
And of course, those who like Comic Con. And of course, who doesn't love the Chiefs?
Right on.
Thanks to AO.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Right.
But as we turned around, I noticed back in the corner your liquor shelf, and thoroughly impressed.
Thank
you. Hats off to you.
Thank you.
But I couldn't help but notice
Yeah.
a bottle that's kind of hidden in the back, almost empty.
Yeah. And it's the tall one. It's
Yeah.
the tallest bottle back there.
Yeah. Eagles Rare.
Yeah.
And
Eagle Rare.
that's some delicious stuff. So that's what's in my hand today with a nice round ice cube,
It's
very
not,
classy.
But it's not a cube.
ice ball,
Ice sphere.
ice sphere.
Yeah.
Okay. Ice sphere.
Sphere.
I just got back from Vegas, by the way.
They have a sphere there.
Right. That giant one that's out there.
Work with me here. 'cause
Yeah,
I think
they have a sphere there.
I'm actually complimenting you because you call this a sphere ice cube.
Yeah, it is. It's not an ice cube. It's a sphere. You know what's an ice cube? This right here is an ice cube.
Wow.
That's ice
Mario,
cube.
that's funny. That takes me back to all the days I've known you, how funny you are. You have what I would call
I appreciate that.
You have what
God.
I would call a Juan-liner.
Oh, no. Oh,
I've been-
no. Well, Juan,
I've been,
thank you for coming. It's been good
Once
talking
you're
to you
on,
and seeing you,
it's
brother.
right.
Oh, no.
I've been known to drop a few Juan-liners, man.
Oh shit! Let's put that back.
There's two of you here.
I think that's why we've always got along, Mario.
This
Yeah.
is taking a turn for the worst. God, I've never heard that though.
But,
to be honest with you, I've never heard that. I've never heard of a one-liner. No,
because
no.
there's only one of me. I mean,
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. We could change. Switch. Can we get a segue, or can we change?
I'll wrap it up, but thank you for the beverage.
Yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate that.
I can tell you have good taste in a lot of different categories and genres, so
Thanks.
Awesome.
I appreciate that. KSHB came in here, 41, and they did a little interview. We did an interview, and she actually said the same thing.
Oh,
Yeah, they said the same thing. She was just looking around. She said, I think she's something like, I think everything in here, it's got to be a part of you, right? And I'm like, yeah, everything.
Yeah.
This is why I did this. Yeah.
it's beautiful.
But yeah, she loved it.
A lot of conversation starters. I mean,
Yeah.
So if, not that you're known to do this at all, if your guests are stuck on being able to talk about something, I mean,
Exactly.
how about them Chiefs?
I know. Are you familiar with that band right there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What's so nowadays, Swan? What's keeping you busy? What do you got going on? If you don't mind me asking.
You want the truth or
No,
just
no.
like
We want you to lie. Okay. Everything we want is just total non-truth. Yeah. No. Seriously.
work, but we'll save that for later.
No, we do it. Let's do it now.
No, not right now, because it's like, but
Yeah.
work, my family, and
You're talking about kids, family, or like mom,
kids,
or I'm sorry, like
kids, primos, tios, close friends that
Shout
I
out.
consider family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother Tiny.
Love that dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he been on here?
No, we don't want him.
This is a good segue in.
We only want
No,
you.
actually,
Mario only likes you.
He has been on the show.
Oh,
When I did it up at Harmon.
Oh, the Harmon.
Okay, good.
yeah, he
good,
came
good.
in, he sang, he talked with us, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't seen or talked to him in years.
Yeah, he's
And
looking
so-
good, right?
He is.
I think we're all looking good for our age, I should say. Yeah.
I don't know. Let's talk about that later.
Okay. But family, friends, and then I guess just enjoying life. I will say that.
Yeah.
We don't have to spend a lot of time on this topic, although it's near and dear to my heart. My dad, we're approaching his the completion of his 2-year anniversary of his passing on.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so a lot of probably the last 4 or 5 years of, I should say, of his life, we as his children spent a lot of our time around him because we're there to take care of him as well. Mm-hmm. And so with his passing in November, almost 2 years ago, now like I have this time that was committed to and dedicated to my dad. Now it's like, okay, what do I do with myself? So I spent a lot of time trying to, figure out how to utilize that time wisely, to better myself, my business, my family, but also enjoy life.
Yeah.
And so, you heard me already talk a few times about traveling.
Yeah.
So traveling's kind of become one of my, hey, if someone mentions going somewhere, when, and can we come along?
Sure. Sure.
Or ideas that just pop up.
Mario might be going to Arizona on a road trip, so he might need people to help carry equipment and whatnot.
I'd like to go to Arizona and shoot a podcast there.
Wow. So talk to me about Arizona. What's out there that's going to take you there? That creates the interest.
Here, you can sit over here. Oh, okay. Thanks, Bob. I'll be here.
I see.
Yeah. No, actually,
So I asked the questions. Is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Let's just switch.
No, of
There's
course,
two
well,
chairs
we've
over
got-
there. I'll take
okay,
one. You take the other one. Let's switch it up.
Mark Grado, like you said earlier.
Oh,
he lives out there, and so does Bobby
Shout out,
Delgado.
Mark. Shout out, Bobby D.
Oh,
Bobby
yeah.
D.
Bobby
Yeah.
D. Okay.
So
yeah.
we have those two out there. And like, why not? Let's just go out there. I've had both of them on the show. I had
also
Bobby
have
and
the-
Adrian. They both came in. Shout out to the Delgado
Awesome,
brothers.
Adrian,
Yeah, they both came. We did it at Amigos.
Nice.
That was pretty fun.
There's
Wow.
also the Arizona Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks,
Now,
backs, baseball team.
if
out
you
there.
wait till springtime, 25, isn't that where the Royals spring
Yeah,
training?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're out there. They're out there
now.
too. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
You need to make some calls, maybe,
If
podcasts
you know some
along.
people, we could do something like that.
Yes,
I mean, you cover expenses, I'll travel alongside you,
Okay.
So it ain't cheap.
Not at all.
Ain't cheap. He's already worked a deal where he's getting free stuff. All right. Royals worth it. Royals worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, thank you. But that's kind of where that's what's going on, I guess, in my life. You would say, and each of those topics can take up a whole episode.
So like you're traveling that you said you're doing more. Where are you going? Like other than San Antonio, where have you been in the last couple years?
Okay. Well, everyone's been to Mexico a few times, right? So
Okay.
Cancun, just a couple notches on the belt for that.
All right.
No, not you. Wow.
Okay.
We'll have to make that happen. For you.
Cancun, San Antonio.
How far back do you want me to go? Because
Couple years. Last couple years. Give me a handful.
A handful. Okay.
yeah, kind of like our episodes.
Some of my favorite trips.
That would be 3.
I've been to Honolulu.
So just give us 3 then.
Oh, Hawaii. All right.
Vegas at least twice a year.
Okay,
It's
gambler.
always a fun time there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you mute that out? Texas quite a bit. Go down there for business. Great golf opportunities down there as well.
Right.
North Carolina.
Ooh.
Yeah. My cousin Alex and Carlos Rodriguez, they have a high school friend that lives out there. So we went out there for a golf trip. And then Austin.
Right
Again,
on.
that's Texas. So we pinged up Texas quite a bit as far as golf trips. And New Orleans.
Okay, so.
New Orleans.
All right.
So do you have a
Chicago.
Do you have the United States map, and then do you put pins in everywhere you've hit?
No, but I need to do that little survey,
Yeah.
because you see it on
Here
Facebook.
we can start
you
now.
know.
Look, you can grab. No, it's just.
No, but I'm down for anything.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to an upcoming trip. I hope this is what my oldest son Jonas, shout out to Jonas.
You better shout out the other ones.
Roman, shout out to Roman.
Yeah.
He's graduating this year as well with your daughter.
yeah,
Graduating,
yeah.
right? So
Sean and
shout out to Sean Mission North class of 2024.
Yeah, 24.
And then my youngest son Noah. So but Jonas turned 21 in January, and I told him for his birthday that I'd let him pick anywhere that he would want to go this year.
In the
To
U.S.
explore.
or anywhere?
I had to say the
Yeah,
US,
yeah. Because they'll pick like Spain or China. Yeah.
And the other day he said, I think I want to go to Washington, D.C.
Oh,
Nice.
And I said, wow, that's deep. So,
right on.
and I, of course, asked, what's piqued your interest over there? And he says, well, the history, the monuments, the museums.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I said, those are the reasons
That you
why I
should
would
go.
love to go and
Right.
why you should want to go. So let's make it happen. So I'm
Right
looking
on.
forward to that. We'll talk the details later, but
That's worth the investment.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus I want to go to Vegas and, dollar bills, y'all.
Yes,
Yeah. Oh, God.
gonna cost you, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. That's cool.
but no, I'm looking forward to that one. And then of course, Colorado, we do an annual ski trip to Colorado. We just got back from that last weekend as well.
Wow.
My boys like to snowboard and
Nice.
we ski.
Do you do that as well? Do you
Oh, yeah.
snowboard and ski?
Yeah, man.
Do you?
Have you seen these lakes, man?
Yeah, well, we could lower the camera if you want the lower half.
If you need some B-roll, I have plenty of it. On my
Nobody
iPhone.
wants to see
I'll send it to you.
any B-roll or lower half of that right now.
Okay, that's very disrespectful. Clint.
But no, the beautiful mountains.
me.
I'm drawn to the mountains. And,
There you go.
but yeah, it's fun time up there in Colorado. And so
So, I mean, a lot of those were for pleasure, right?
well,
Do you travel? Do you? Okay, that's another segment we can get into.
I mean,
But what about for business?
you know what?
Yeah,
A good businessman will always bundle.
right.
That's a
Pleasure.
plug for shout out to Vista Insurance. You can bundle your home and auto.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, that's what we're here for.
So, you know what? I always make a point. If I'm going out of town for business for a conference, if it's 2.5 days, I'll bookend, a couple of days and take in the experience as well. So, and there are times I've taken my kids as well. That's kind of how you work in some family time on a business dime.
Sure. Sure. Oh, gosh. Here we go.
Hey,
All right.
So,
Yeah.
Here, I need to say again.
what? Oh, to me.
No, I was talking to me. Oh, I had no idea what's going on.
I
right
just shut his mic down, so I just want to see if he.
So yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I try to take full advantage of opportunities that are presented, and you know, if it gives me more time with my family and friends, and then I'll bring them along. You know, so
It's pretty smart.
yeah.
Yep.
Heck yeah. I mean, but friends go with you as well? You taking any friends?
At times.
He's
For
trying to
example,
point out that you've never invited him. That's where he's going. He's in this segment.
Well, you know, there's still lots.
But
of
yeah, he
there's
wants to
still
go
time.
with me to Arizona.
Yes,
See how
we're
that
going to
works.
make that happen. So,
Okay.
in fact, I'll speak to one example. I mean, I was already booked to go to a conference in Austin, Texas,
Right on.
a little bit over a year ago, and Carlos Olivas. Shout out to Carlos
Right on.
and all the firemen, Juan Olivas,
Right.
and all their family. They've got a good friend of his that lives down there, and so they said, "Hey, we're going down there to play golf. You want to come along?"
I'm sorry, and this is where?
In Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah, because you're
Okay.
asking where I've gone and
Yeah.
have I done business with pleasure and trips.
So Austin
And
was
so
one of the spots.
I was already booked to go to a conference for 2 days in Austin, and they're going to Austin for a golf trip. So naturally,
It just happened to work out.
Let me bring my golf clubs. I'll stay
Yeah.
a couple extra days. And so that was a fun time. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
Man, so when you fly and you take your golf clubs, are they like taken care of, your golf clubs?
Oh, yeah. You know,
I mean, do you have them in a case?
listen, when you're as good of a
How does that
golfer
work?
as you are, as I am, you know,
Right.
Oh, God. Here we go.
you really want to take care of your equipment. And so you buy a special type of bag, a travel
okay.
bag
With wheels.
with wheels
Right,
and
right.
good handles.
I mean,
good
that's what I do
sturdy.
with my cigars.
Double stitching, you know, and
Sure.
name tag.
Right.
And but yeah, you just put it on the airplane and then they throw it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's why I wonder if
But that's why
do they
you got to
take
put
care
the
of
big
your-
travel bag, and
It's a
so it's
shell.
kind of
It's
nice
like
and
a. It's
cushy.
like a golf. It's like a. It's tall.
You can
and
have.
thin,
There's a
right?
variety of them. Yeah,
Yeah, but
there's a
some of them
variety.
are like shells.
So yeah,
So, yeah.
they protect
They're
your,
pretty durable.
your equipment. So.
Yeah.
Okay, see, because I don't golf, so that's why I asked. I didn't know if they.
Would you like to learn?
I've done it one time, and I was never invited back. Yeah, there's reasons that I wasn't invited back. I wasn't told that I should take my glasses, and that's where I messed up.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I was never invited back. You golf much, Cole?
Not as much as I want to, but I
Because of time?
time and I can get to
Time
the
and,
driving, but no,
Time is money.
golfing's free
Yeah.
for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where I work, they
Oh,
Oh
sweet.
wow!
Yeah.
Maybe you're the guy that I should be hanging out with more.
maybe.
There, see, then I just lost my. Okay, I guess you're not going to Arizona with me.
Yeah,
That's-
but
okay.
I'm pretty lucky. Yeah.
No, that's.
I wish I
that's
could.
With us in a couple weeks.
Do what?
Mark is going golfing with me in a couple weeks.
Oh,
With
yeah.
you?
Now, Jose's a golfer. He's
See,
probably the
see
best
how
golfer.
see how
Well, you two
see
are
how the
probably the
show
best
is
golfers
starting
here.
to. Apparently, I'm not getting invited to either.
Nothing.
Well, no, that's cool. Where you guys going golfing?
Hey,
Tomahawks. Okay. Oh yeah, that's all behind it.
right here.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I don't want to go. I'm good.
Mar, I'm going to
But
invite
anyway.
you.
Let me know when you go.
I'm going to invite you
Arizona?
to one of his free access golf courses. So we're all going to go.
Sounds like a plan. All right. Let's see if
Yeah.
we can make that work.
So, and then what about the soccer? You still playing soccer?
Oh man, I haven't played soccer in probably pre-COVID plus 5 years. So 8 years, maybe going on 10. Last time I played, put it this way, I pulled a hamstring, so I knew that was it. I'm like, I'm done.
Indoor, outdoor.
Okay, how long?
It was an indoor game, but I am. I was good enough to play both, indoor and outdoor.
Okay.
Some people may argue with that statement, but
And I'm sure a lot of people will argue with the golf game as well,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
possibly. But
Yeah.
it's probably just because
Especially with the crew that you hang out with.
probably just because of hurt feelings,
Sure.
coming in
Okay.
with a clutch putt or
Right.
300 yards down the fairway, passing their ball.
Okay, you know what? Okay, let's backtrack before I still want to get with the soccer, but as
Yeah.
far as the golf, out of the group that you're with,
Yeah.
who is the best golfer?
Oh my God, hands down.
Are
There's
you?
only one of us, man.
Oh,
okay,
That's it. That's
God.
all it takes.
So again,
One
people
of us.
So
will
because we
argue
got
that.
Carlos and Carlos and Carlos, there's like 3 Carloses, right?
But you know how we keep track of them though?
With the
Okay.
Carloses?
Yeah. So Carlos Rodriguez, okay, he's
Yeah.
big Carlos.
Big
He's
Carlos.
the tallest.
Okay.
Middle Carlos is Carlos Olivas.
So you call him Middle Carlos?
But we changed his name now to AKA Triple C.
All three of them. Oh
No,
no,
no. Hold on.
Carlos
Olivas. We changed his
It's
name to
Triple
Triple
C.
C because Country Club Carlos, because he joined the Country Club. So we have Big Carlos, Country Club Carlos, and then we have Little Carlos Orpeza.
Does he
good,
enjoy
so-
being called
Yeah,
Little
does he-
Carlos?
I mean, I don't
Is he
know.
okay with that?
Can you edit that?
Definitely not going to edit that.
We don't edit.
No, they're all my
at
boys,
all.
though. We're we're all family, ride or dies, and so that's how we keep track of the Carloses.
Okay,
but
and
there's
then-
of all of us who's the
You know,
best.
you still got Alex.
You know what? I'm
James,
not, yeah.
Ralph,
Oh yeah, and
Jeff,
Jeff. Yep. And,
Mario. Oh wait, no, Mario's not a part of that group. He's not.
Hey, we're taking
Ayo.
applications, bro.
And
Hey.
and you're saying you're the best.
How
of
about
all of those.
how about this
Listen.
guy? Ao.
You bring a lot of value to the table. I think your application can be probably pushed to
up
the
a
top.
bit? Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you have access to courses,
Courses,
we'll have to
driving
talk about-
ranges.
yeah, we'll have to
You know
talk
what?
about
You
that
would be
more.
getting some phone calls and some emails
Yeah.
and some texts.
Yeah,
We're putting this out there right now.
But
Anybody want a free golf trip with AO?
you'll get people that are going to argue with what I just said.
Sure.
But
No.
Sure.
I will never say
haters.
anyone's better than me from my group.
Haters.
And they can argue that themselves. But this is my time, and the question was directed to me. So
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. No,
We
you
might get
answered
some
that.
comments.
Yeah, you answered. Yeah, please
Yeah.
leave some comments
We'll
on
probably
that.
get some comments
Which
on
one of you
that.
guys is the better golfer? That's what we
If they
really want
watch
to know.
this. Yeah, if they like you enough to watch it.
I think they will.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
So you still playing soccer? Or no, you did play soccer. When was the last time you played?
It
How
was
long
an-
ago was that?
It was over 8 years ago.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
and it was an indoor game.
So that's when you said, "Okay, I'm done." After you
I
pulled
knew
that
at
hammy?
that point, after I pulled a hamstring, I was like, you know what? Is anyone paying me?
And
to
were
do
you
this?
like? I bet you were like getting ready to sub in at that time, or jump over. Did you still
It
jump
was
over
right.
the wall?
I'm glad you asked because it brings back the memory of the joy I
That's what
experienced.
we do here on the Big Podcast.
Right before the
It was
ultimate
right
pain.
after I scored that golazo, dude. Mid-air volley.
Right.
Pull the hammy when you scored. That's a story right there.
Never heard of that happening.
And you've never come to watch.
Right. I've never seen anything like that. More sound effects. That's lovely.
But yeah, that was the last time I played. But some of the guys are still going at it. I know. In fact, shout out to Jeff one more time. I know he still plays.
And so does Tony.
My see, you stole the
Sorry,
mic.
we'll edit
My
that part
cousin,
out. We'll rewind
my
it.
comp, Tony,
Yeah.
shout out to him. He's still running up and down that indoor
Tony.
field. Ramirez,
Okay. Yeah. Good dude.
He
AKA
actually
T-Bone.
Right.
he actually said he wanted to be here when you came in. So
Oh, is
He
surprise
did.
guest? Was he coming?
no, he just said that. He said, "Yeah, I'll get a hold of Juan, and when he goes in, I like to sit on the couch and listen." Apparently, he never did get a hold
I
of you.
didn't tell him that I was
No?
coming. No, I kept it a secret.
Well, I would just tell
these
him that you
guys that
didn't
I
want
play
him
golf
here.
with would probably sit
Earlier,
there trying to.
earlier you said you didn't want him here anyway, so it doesn't
No,
matter.
never said that.
So the Casey Kern made history. They played actually the day before St. Patrick's Day, and they beat the Portland Thorn, which is I thought that was pretty cool. The name Portland Thorn.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Just
a cool
one, like a thorn in your
Just,
side
is it Thorn or Thorns?
or thorn in your shoe.
It is Thorn. That's what I said.
But you had it right the first time.
Yeah, but what is a thorn?
Are
Like
you
a
serious?
a thorn on the rose.
Yep. That's a song.
No, God.
Isn't
It
it?
is. It is.
Da, 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 da. Oh no, that's "Kiss from a Rose." Anyway.
That is also a song. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a badass song. Anyway, so they won 5-4.
Yep.
A very close game, and luckily they scored. I think they scored the 4 goals in the first half and 1 in the second, which was apparently their game winner because they were up. I think 3 or 4 to nothing at one time.
Yeah.
And Portland just came back like just out of nowhere, just started scoring. I know, right? It was just crazy. It was like I forgot to play a little bit of defense, but just and then have you been by their stadium, the new stadium right the riverfront?
Yes, several times.
Just driving by.
Yeah, and the pink and green or turquoise lights. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's awesome. Have you been by there? Especially at night.
Yeah.
I drove through there. I was coming back from doing a podcast up
Okay.
north, coming home.
Sure.
Man, it was badass.
I look forward to going to a game.
Yeah.
Or two. So I'll look forward to the experience. But it is beautiful when you
It's
drive
beautiful.
by.
Tickets
Yeah.
are pretty expensive.
Are they?
I think they're
No,
about
are they?
in like $100, and then parking's like $70. So
Wow.
I didn't think it was that expensive.
Yeah, it's a very nice stadium. We got to pay for
Well,
quality.
speaking of the stadium, so it's the world's first stadium dedicated to a women's sport.
And if I'm going to one up you on that.
Here we go.
One up you.
Uh-oh.
Do it.
It's my understanding. Correct me, someone in the audience.
We
if
don't
I'm
fact
wrong.
check.
Yeah, if we can edit here.
We don't.
I mean, not edit. We
don't
can
edit,
fact
we don't
check.
fact check.
The architecture firm that built it is a woman owned, I think, or
Oh, okay.
operated.
Wow, that's a
Ladies
better
and gentlemen,
fact.
you
I
heard
like
that
one.
here
Fact check
first
that
on the
then.
Big Modcast.
I like that
fact
fact.
check that for
That's
me.
a good one.
I think I saw it on the news.
Sure.
Really?
Before the ground broke.
No, that's cool.
So
That's great.
Yeah, but I mean, so a lot of first things. So a lot of first things happen, right? So you look at the first goal scored. That it's everything in that game is history.
Yes.
Right, wrong.
okay, yes,
So you
That's
think
true.
about which
That's
is pretty awesome.
yeah.
You know, for even for Portland to come in and say, you know, we're the first team to play
And get
in this
beat.
stadium and to get beat
And get beat.
and to
Beat
almost
by Kansas
come
City.
back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Still,
I mean, that's
So-
true. That's a valid point.
right. So I mean, what else can we come up with? First what?
Oh wow.
So the first person
Your first
to get
kiss?
scored on.
Oh, you're talking about soccer?
we haven't changed the
What'd you say? First kiss.
You said first everything is what you
but
said, bro.
We're still talking
You said
about,
first
we're still talking
everything.
about soccer. We didn't win.
Yes.
Quazo, and he wants to say, okay, so where was your first
car,
kiss?
First
How old
kiss.
were you?
There we go.
Where you go with this?
I went to Catholic grade school, man. Come
Hey, so they
on.
don't kiss
That
there?
doesn't. That has no. That's probably worse.
We'll come back to that. Anyways,
yeah.
yeah, let's stick to soccer. So first,
You know, so you look at the first goal scored, which was at the 21-51 mark of the first half.
okay,
So that's going in the record books, right? 21-51 mark.
nice.
The minute mark. You know, and I'm sure a lot of them, the first slide tackle, the first penalty.
Yeah,
There was no PK, so who got the first penalty? So, you know, it's kind of like one of those things. So, like, I like to take this back around to AT&T Stadium when that opened up in Dallas.
because you're a Dallas Cowboys
Correct.
fan.
I
we
thank
knew
you for
that
bringing
was
that up.
coming.
I didn't even think about that. But,
Really?
like, Eli Manning was, I mean, the first quarterback to win a football game in that stadium, right?
First game.
First game.
First game. He beat Dallas.
He beat Dallas in their home stadium,
Cursed
their home opener,
Cursed 'em.
brand new
Wow.
stadium.
Cursed.
And what he did, though, see, this is what he did is I heard that I think it was either a ceiling tile that he wrote his name, the date, the score,
Ceiling.
we won
In the locker room or something?
in the locker room,
Ooh.
in the visiting locker, and it's still there.
Love that dude.
They didn't.
Jerry
roll-
Jones, no.
paint it?
Jerry Jones said, you know what, leave it there.
Because
I
we're
mean,
going to win
it's a reminder,
championships
a
after
reminder.
this. Right.
Yeah. Then they did.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You talking about the Giants, right? Because the Giants did win championships.
I was talking about Dallas.
Oh, no,
But
they
yeah,
had Dallas
Yeah, I
win
know.
championships.
So that was supposed to be a motivator, but
That
it
wasn't.
didn't. You
It
probably
didn't.
should probably paint over that.
We are editing this part out, definitely. But no, it's yeah. So I thought that was.
Can I
let's
ask
go.
you a question?
Please do.
I know you're not sitting in this chair or
Yeah,
anything,
we can
but,
switch later.
but
Let's go ahead.
what is it about the Dallas Cowboys?
So-
and how far back does it go?
Okay, so you will have to listen to episode. What episode was it?
Episode 27 through 80.
That question was just brought up here recently. Oh no, it was actually on to bring about podcasts with Double G, Gabriel Garcia. He was the one that actually asked me that question. So shout out to him and his podcast. You can watch that episode and
Okay.
you'll find out the answers there.
All right.
Yeah, you actually can learn a lot about me because I sat there for 3.
So you're not going to answer it? You're not going to answer it?
No, I'm not going to answer this question.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, Juan.
It was
Thank you for
like
coming.
19.
Thank you for coming.
You know
It's
how I
good
told you
seeing
that was
Good seeing you.
1974, so it was 1975.
Yeah.
1975. My uncles, my mom, dad from Juarez, El Paso.
Okay.
So her brothers would come to KC.
Uh-huh.
We lived here in KC. They would watch football. I'd sit there and watch with them.
Okay.
Because the Cowboys were always on TV.
Yeah. And
America's team is where they got the
they were
title.
winning at that time, too.
Yeah, and that was the America's
Yeah.
team, and they were always on any channel they find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so does that answer? Pretty much?
It's a sentimental reason, and
Yeah,
that's
it is.
nice. Thanks for
Right.
sharing.
You're welcome. Yeah, who's sharing?
You got another question for us, Juan?
No, I'm good. I'll let you
No,
go. Continue.
okay. But, I got another question for you. So you know how in the NFL or even in baseball, women are able to wear jerseys. So of the male sport.
Okay.
Would you guys wear a woman's jersey if you go to the current?
If it was a men's cut jersey, you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But it'd be the name of the player that the current.
Casey Current.
It'll be their jersey.
Or the women's roller derby team.
KU Jayhawk softball, I would. Sure.
You would wear it? Yeah.
I mean, the answer, because he was asking me, is yes.
Yeah, I'm asking.
I would support.
I thought it was to the floor. Sorry.
I'm asking.
I would support all women. All women's sports.
Mic.
Yeah.
I would support all women in any sport, any business venture.
Oh God, here we go. Here we go. All right.
Anything that they want to excel in, I would support. And
but you would wear a woman's jersey, is what you're saying?
I would wear a Casey Current jersey.
Yeah, why not?
Or like you said, Jayhawks.
Yeah.
That's my team too, and
Right on.
college level wise. But
But we are talking about the current.
yes, Current. Back to the
We're
Current.
talking about the
Don't
Jayhawks.
get mad because it's not K-State and K-State.
Nobody's getting mad here.
Got a winning.
Nobody's getting
softball
mad.
team. So sorry.
Nobody's
Rock
getting-
chalk. There we go. Yeah. Next question, Juan.
No, that's great. I would wear a jersey.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would do the same. So, and speaking of jerseys,
Oh, here we go.
so these are the top 5 hardest things to do in sports. Okay,
Is that connected with?
it's a jersey. You wear jerseys in sports.
Okay.
Okay, so that's where we're going with this. So number 5, okay, is a triathlon. Right? Have you ever done one?
Ooh.
What?
I'm waiting for the next question.
There is. no
I've never
next question.
done a
This is the-
triathlon, but I've done a marathon.
Okay, so
Yeah.
well, you know what, Juan?
Yes.
That is number 1.
And you can ask my comps. I have the medals to prove it. There's a funny story behind that.
Okay.
Okay, let's do the top 5, and I want to hear this story. So the top 5. So starting from 5 is the triathlon. Number 4 is to swim the English Channel.
That's 4 compared to a marathon.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. And this is
Top 5 most challenging things.
sports to do, right?
To do's.
Number 3 would be the triple axel in figure skating,
Okay. All right.
right?
Man,
And that,
I
I'd be
guess-
afraid, man.
guess.
That can lay you up, dude. I don't think I'd want to try
Just
that.
skating.
I can ice skate
trying to walk on
on ice
triple
with
axel.
ice skates on.
Right.
That is very hard. Yeah, very hard to do. That was the number 3. Number 2 is hit a Major League Baseball pitch.
Ooh.
Huh. All right.
So can you see like standing like if Randy Johnson was throwing,
All right. Right. And you were
how hard would that be?
Sure.
That'd be hard, right?
difficult.
Very difficult.
of
I
those
had trouble
major-
hitting a freaking softball.
Sure. Tough.
So,
But don't they have like 100 or 50, 100-mile marathons? Don't they have those super
those
marathons?
I think those are called ultra
Ultra
or something.
Now that. Now,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
I could be wrong on that.
26.2 miles is a long time, and that's very rough. But
Thank
those
you.
ultras are.
but that's more. Isn't that more of a challenging thing instead of an actual sport? Because that's not.
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to. They're all sports.
So
They're all
are you
sports.
saying that maybe running 26.2 miles is not as challenging as doing
like
one of the other top 5 things?
no,
No, I mean, is that the
the
question?
ultra one.
the
He's
running
comparing the
marathon.
ultra.
Yeah, I'm not familiar
Oh.
with the ultra. The beer, yes, but no, not the.
No, the ultra's like a 50
What's the
or 100
Limon?
mile run, but it's also not just
It's
like,
nonstop, dude.
and
You're
it's-
running at night. You're running when you should be asleep. You're like,
and it's terrain.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
How
over-
would you train your body to do
you probably
an
work
ultra run or whatever they call it?
work the night shift somewhere and bring a treadmill in.
Yeah,
There's a way. But yeah,
that would be hard.
but that marathon stuff is no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to.
Oh, you
Mexico?
Oh, thank you.
When did you finish it? When did you run? And was it your only one?
He just asked you 3 questions.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Let me.
One
So
more
first, I was invited to run
Mm-hmm.
as a form of exercise and therapy during a turbulent time of my life.
Okay.
How old were you?
And
8.
6,
I would have been 14, 15.
15 years old?
No, year.
Oh, okay.
2015?
15. So that's 2 years. Yeah. 40,
All right.
42. 42 probably.
My math doesn't math here.
Yeah, we don't.
uh,
Yeah, it's not just
You
we'll
guys
trust you.
shout out to Argentine, right? Middle school.
Wow. Not Harmon. It's got to be Argentine.
That's when it started.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Started at Emerson.
Started
Oh,
going
Emerson.
downhill.
Oh, I went to Emerson for the
Okay,
first,
that's where it started.
first 2 years.
Right on.
Then I
You
went
said
to
the first 2 years. I like that. He said the
There
first
we go.
two.
Here we go.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Where were we talking
So
about?
you're
here?
running
Yes.
in 14, 15.
Oh, yeah. What were we talking about?
Therapy, and that's where you're like introduced to running like
I was.
long distance, right?
Yeah. And so, I said, you know what? This is good therapy and good exercise. And at the time I was probably about maybe 15 pounds lighter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's easier on the knees, Sure. And so then I was challenged to run a half marathon. you
Okay.
know? So you're running, 3
13.1.
to 6 miles,
Right. Training.
intermittently for exercise. Why not challenge yourself to do a half? Or really started with 5Ks and 10Ks, which is 3 point, and then
Right.
5 point.
Yeah.
And so challenge yourself to do a half, and I did. And so you're running, essentially, 11 miles and change. So you get that done, and so then I'm challenged. Well, why don't you run a full marathon? That's the next natural step. So, and of course, I'm not scared of challenges. So I said, why not? And so
So you're just basically doubling a half marathon.
Correct.
13 plus 13, boom, 26. Right?
So I'm going to tell you in the audience something for those of you that aren't runners or never tried to run long distance, because I never really did ever. I didn't do cross country or anything like that.
Yeah.
In fact, I played soccer and running up and down the field, you get cramps in your side and everything. You're like, okay, take me out, coach.
And it's a sprint most of the time.
And so when you learn to train your body and your muscles, to go that longer distance, it's not even about being out of air and getting cramps or anything.
Yeah.
It's more about can your muscles and your legs and then your buttocks, endure the distance
Sure.
because of the torture, that you
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it was a good feat, and a good feeling even that I accomplished that feat that I challenged myself.
What city was it?
Always been here in Kansas City.
Oh, they had Kansas City Marathon.
Yeah, at the time it was it wasn't the Garmin, but
Hospital Hill. They don't do a marathon, do they?
no, it was down in KCMO and it ran through all the body. It was and so you were in Crown Center, you were in Westport, in the Plaza,
Jeez.
and up there in Brookside, and what's the other one up there? Something else. And then it just circled in and out, weaved in and out. The beautiful part about it, though, is that they had different music stages in different areas, and they had bands playing music.
Yeah. That's
and
cool.
and
Wow.
people along the way,
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
they gathered and cheered on all the runners, and
Sure.
so next thing you know, you're not even realizing, damn, I'm halfway through this thing,
Right.
and you're enjoying yourself, and you're meeting people as you're running, and
Did you hit a wall?
it was over in not literally, but yes, the
running
torture
wall.
on
I
my
was hoping
legs.
it would be literally.
For Marty, no,
No.
it wasn't a little.
Damn
wall.
it. I thought the story was going to get interesting.
No. Well, runners hit a wall after
Yeah. I think it's called your
13, 16 miles.
For me, it was mile 22.
Oh.
And we were crossing over. There's a road that goes from that side of town. I'm trying to think where it's at, near Prospect. It crosses over 71 Highway,
Okay.
and then it goes down into the Crossroads area as it starts to make its way back to the Crown Center area.
All right.
And so it was probably mile 22 and change. And,
Sure.
And that's where I hit my wall.
What did it feel like?
Like somebody was taking my leg instead of going this way running. It felt like it was going like that, sideways.
Like waving.
Yes,
outside
at
you,
the
away
audience.
from you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there were times where it was so painful that I wanted to.
Oh, so it was painful
yes.
too. Okay.
I think it's an IT band is what
Okay.
it's called, or IT band or TI band, but
Okay.
nonetheless, it just feels like your leg is going in the way
That's
it
just
shouldn't go.
wagging left and right.
That ain't even right.
And so you almost start walking and dragging your leg a little bit.
So it's a mental thing, right? Or
It's
is-
literally causing damage probably to your leg.
I see.
Jeez.
But you've gone so far, you don't want to quit.
Right.
Right.
And so I wasn't going to quit. So I just started realizing what was going on, and I started going at a slower pace,
Yeah.
walking it out in some areas, and then to a point where I can start up jogging again and finish out. So
Right on.
and finish strong.
Sure.
Suck it up.
Second, third place. What'd you get in your group, in your age group?
In my group, there were like 3 of us. running, and so in my group first, of course. But
Why don't I believe that? Colt, why don't I believe that?
You don't have to.
But as
Just
far as,
tell them
but
you
they,
believe them, and it just
they do break
I
it
know,
down
fact
into
check. Fact check.
based on your age,
Right.
and so
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I was happy with my results.
Yeah. That's good.
I think it was 5 hours and a little bit of change.
Sure.
And
Sure.
which is
That's awesome.
pretty tremendous.
Yeah.
Ooh, speaking of change, yeah. Have you ever done a marathon, or how
No.
about just a
5Ks.
like a 5K?
Sure.
Okay, you've done those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've done
3
5K.
miles, 3.2 miles, something like that. 3.1
That's
miles.
still
Yeah.
fun. I've done that.
They're easier when there's no hills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When there aren't any hills, it's easy as pie.
The one I did was at Johnson County Community College.
On the track.
The
Campus.
The campus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
there's small
set it up
hills.
and-
There's some small
That's
hills.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that was brutal.
Yeah, I think
Those
my
little hills.
first one was with my kiddo when she was like in 8th grade, and she was running at that time for
Like
school.
a school 5K,
So
10K type.
It was a 5K,
Oh, nice, yeah.
and she didn't think she could do it when we first started. And we would jog every day, every other day,
Yeah,
and then it was easier.
Yeah.
And then we ran the 5K, and it was raining, which made it worse. But yet, and then about 3/4 of the way through, my calf gave out. But she wasn't really running extremely fast, so I could keep up with her. The cool thing about it was for her was while she was running 3/4 of the way, she started passing up these boys.
Oh, all right.
And
Shout
I'm
out to your daughter.
Right, and I'm just like, see, this is why we work. This is
Yes.
why we train. This is why you cried every time we ran.
Yeah.
This you can beat boys that are your age or older. So it was pretty cool.
And Mario, that's why I would wear a Casey Current jersey, because women can do anything the men can do, right?
Right on. Why not? Why not? Yeah.
Hey, I'll send a shout out real quick while we're talking about running and accomplishments. And that's probably physically, that's probably my biggest accomplishment is the marathon. Mm-hmm. But I want to send a shout out to Eladio Valdez.
Okay.
Remember?
Sure. Yeah.
From Ruby Park area.
Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a running group. Like I think that's his business. He helps people train for long distance running.
Yep.
He's still doing that now?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I think
been
he
doing
may
it
have
for
retired
years.
from running himself, but I mean, it's his business, his company, and
that's cool.
It's called Runner's Edge.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to tell you how
not
I
a
got
sponsor.
not a sponsor,
Okay.
but can be.
Yeah.
Please?
Right on.
So
Go ahead.
I was going to share with you how I became in touch with them, because we all see people occasionally here or there. We run into them that we grew up around, right?
Speaking of running, yeah.
Yeah. So at this time I lived in West Shawnee, and I started noticing one Saturday morning. At this time I was training myself for a marathon.
Okay.
So I'm just doing my own thing, looking at YouTube, research.
At both of us?
Not at that time.
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah.
Thought you said
Not
us.
YouTube.
No,
Yeah.
YouTube.
Sorry. We would be the last people he would look at for training of a marathon.
Long
Go ahead.
story short,
We are
I've
the
seen
big
all these
podcast.
runners on Saturday morning in my neighborhood, and I was driving my car, I think I'm running an errand or something, and they stopped at this water station. At the time, I didn't know what it was. It was just a card table with some Igloo water jugs, and I pulled over and got out and said, "Hey, what's going on in this area? Is there
Get out of my neighborhood. Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Scram.
And I said, "What's going on?" And I noticed you guys are running, and everybody's stopping at this table where there's free peanut butter and jelly crackers and water and Gatorade.
All right.
And they said, "Oh no, this is a health station or something for the runners." And I'm like, "The runners?" I said, "I'm a runner. I'm
Right.
trying to be one, And I said, "How do I find out more about this and join you guys?" And they're like, "Oh, all you got to do is look up and contact Eladio, a guy named Eladio." And I was like, time out. First of all, there aren't too many guys named Eladio.
Right. Second
I
of
only
all,
know one.
Second of all, give me some of those snacks.
Yes.
Right.
And I said, "Okay, by chance is it Eladio Valdez?" And they said, "Yeah, that's exactly him." "How do you know?"
Right. Right.
So anyway,
You said, because he's the only Juan that you know, right?
I said no. And at that time, I realized, what? I remember seeing him around Shawnee in that area, and because he lived out there too.
Ah, I see.
Anyways, I looked him up and said, "Hey, how do I get more information about your group?" And he says, "Dude, come on out." And they meet at a a running shoe store out at College Boulevard.
Okay.
In
Oh, I think
Quivira.
I know which one. Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
And so like one Thursday out of the month they meet and they talk about their programs and bro, like I give him credit for making me straight, you know, in my training program.
Yeah.
And so I joined his training program for, I think I was maybe 2 months into training and the event was in October, you know, so I ran into him and his group probably in April or May.
Oh.
So it kind of really set me straight for what I needed to do come October. And so that's,
You knocked it out.
I did.
Training for marathons. Are you a little scared when you start doing that?
Not scared, but I mean, you could literally pass out.
Throw up.
Nobody knows where you're
something.
at, you know? And so he taught me how to hydrate my body, what to eat before a long run, practice run, and how to split up what I was running. I mean, so early in the week, you want to run short runs, you know, 2 to 4 mile runs, maybe twice, 2-3 times, depending on how close you're approaching the event. And then you work your body up until the long distance. And you don't necessarily run 20 miles every weekend to train for a 26-mile run,
Right.
Because you'll break your body down. You want to train your body to know, hey, I can get to this point and then I can finish,
Right.
and then slowly come back down. So
Right.
I learned all that from his
That's
program,
awesome.
So
That's good. That's good. Do you run much now?
no,
All right.
I should.
That's all right.
I should.
Just wondering.
But
Just wondering.
That's fine.
I like to cycle. I
Oh,
play pickleball.
okay. You're officially
Lots
old.
of golf.
All right.
Yes.
What do you mean that? What do you mean by that?
Pickleball is stereotypically known as an old person game, but it's not played just by old people. Older people like
Mature.
45 or
Mature.
50 or
Mature
older.
people.
We call them mature people.
Well, they're not really. Not all of them are mature, but anyway, so it's known for that, but it's not. I mean, you've got a lot of 30 somethings, maybe even younger, playing pickleball too. It's a pretty popular
So
sport.
the point is, I get to moving. You know, I may not run 26 miles, but I move and I'm active.
Sure, that's good.
And
That's good.
get the blood flowing.
Right on.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Pickleball. How often do you play pickleball?
Well, it's just coming up now, the season.
Okay.
It's nice weather.
You have your own rackets?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They ain't cheap.
I know. We have rackets.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I'm still at the entry level as far as equipment goes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I didn't buy the $19 one. I think maybe $100.
$100 one?
25
You bought 100 of them?
set.
There's
set
100
for
in
a-
a set.
Yeah. Plus some, I mean, you know,
4 or 5. in
but
a
you
set.
can get, just like golf, you can get up there in price for
Right.
one paddle.
Speaking of golf,
Yeah.
who's the better? No, we already
Yeah.
do that.
We already said that. Juan.
Yeah, we already. Juan is the one. Speaking of Juan,
Yes.
all right, we're coming close to the end of our show, Juan.
Oh,
so
man.
appreciate you being here. I want to know Juan's 5 favorites. Okay, so starting off, what is your favorite smell?
Oh God.
And we're not going to go back to the jars and that what I
Or
was talking about.
Maybe we're talking about the big cigarette butts or cigar butts. What was it? Big Betty.
Big bottom Betty cigars.
Yeah.
Those smell good, though.
Yeah, so
They
that
do
might
smell
be
good.
They
one.
smell pretty nice.
Right on, brother. Whatever.
Yeah.
So what is my favorite smell?
Yeah.
I mean,
This is probably
I mean,
a
it could've
question
been-
you thought
it
you'd
could've
never be
been-
asked.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
okay.
That's a good question.
Coffee.
I love.
You know why it's a good question?
Why?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast.
That is why it's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if this is the smell of it, but the feeling of it when you wake up and you step out the door on a nice sunny day, you smell, the air,
Nature.
nature.
Okay.
That's what-
All right.
And
That's one. What about
That's what I'm
something mother, grandmother cooked?
Yeah.
oh wow. So my mom was a great cook, and I,
Right.
I give her credit for my ability to cook today. And,
Okay.
Oh, you're a good
I
cook
mean,
as
I
well?
like to say that I am. Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
surprising.
people,
You're rather humble.
My
modest.
boys, my boys always, they thank me for cooking a good meal, and
Oh, is that right?
and
Okay,
they
so
love.
I'm going to scratch one of these out, and I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite meal to cook?
Yeah.
Ooh. You know what? I'm very traditional in a lot of ways when it comes to cooking. Even so, as I mentioned, my mom taught me how to cook, and this is one that doesn't. I'm sure everyone's tried this or can do it, but just traditional carne de puerco with chile colorado, and some frijoles. And some arroz.
Can't go wrong.
With some nice toasty flour tortillas on the comal.
Homemade.
I mean, to me, that's almost like the best meal that you could have.
Right?
I am.
So when you say your favorite meal, that's got to be it.
Sure.
What's that got to do with cutting grass?
No, that's not grass. That's making your own tortillas right there.
Oh, I thought you were mowing.
Yeah. Homemade tortillas or
Oh yeah, I mean always homemade, but
Right
I don't. That's one thing I have never ventured into trying. But I'll go down and support all of the mercados in the areas.
okay.
So
Okay.
you could always find fresh flour tortillas being made.
Do you like taco trucks? Do you hit the different trucks? Is what you're saying by?
Well, I mean, I'll go.
There's a
to
good
them.
one right here off of off of Neiman.
Oh, by the pizza place.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's really good. I don't do taco trucks.
Yeah, but you do them.
But we hit that spot a couple of times. It's
they're
really good.
They're good.
Really good
Me and
spot.
the kids run by there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good spot. What is your favorite app on your phone? What about you, Cole?
keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
Probably my bank app because I like to look at money and.
All right.
And I mean, my bank apps,
Appreciate the honesty.
Yep.
Right on.
not singular but plural.
Banks,
apps,
right on.
Bank apps.
Player. Right on.
Loves looking at his money. We are looking for sponsors. Let's go. What about do you have a late night snack?
Oh. Not favorite. I mean, I'm not a guy that has a lot of favorite. I just like a lot of things.
Right.
I don't limit myself in my life. At this age, I like to
Eat whatever.
enjoy everything.
Right.
But I mean,
Pizza, quick trip.
Which one? Look,
Potato chips.
I like a good.
Cereal?
I like to go. No cereal. I mean, it's a
kids thing.
No, I'll tear up a bowl of cereal at night. That's not my
Okay,
That's
but
not
that's
my
not your
favorite. But if I
favorite
have the time to go get what I really want, it's probably
Yeah.
going to be something from a paleteria, nearby. Like a mangolada or something. Or limonada.
Shout out.
Yeah.
We're looking for sponsors.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, that's
So yeah, that's kind of my favorite go-to. Anything like fruit cocktail or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe all those things kind of remind me of childhood.
Sure.
Being in Mexico and my dad and taking us, to Mexico as a family trips. And but not only that, but my dad was known for
Cooking. You weren't
chopping up fruta, cocktail de fruta, and all that stuff.
You guys were born here?
You guys?
You and your brother?
Okay, so
What do you
yeah.
mean by you guys?
Yeah,
Cole?
you guys.
I don't know. Where do you guys take it? You guys and your family.
I just need a definition behind that. Like, so if you're talking about parents or
No. You and your brother.
Yeah.
You're-
So me, my brother, my two brothers and sister, we were all born here in Kansas City, Kansas.
Yeah.
Grew up in
Okay.
Argentina.
Okay.
My mom was born in Kansas City as well.
Right.
My dad was born in Michoacan, Mexico.
Right on.
A small town called Tangasícuaro.
Tangas.
Yeah, that's where my family's from.
Oh,
Shout out, Tangas.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And so, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Because that's when you said, you mentioned something about being, you like to. I think you said something about being from Mexico or something like that. Or maybe you meant the food from Mexico. Anyway, go ahead.
I love the snacks from Mexico. I think that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it kind of reminds me
you of him.
whenever
Also-
and I think that's where I get it. I love them because grew up eating, having access to them.
See how easy it is for us to find snacks from Mexico nowadays,
Bro.
Now, right?
Yes. Even at Quick Trip. I mean, you can get conchas at Quick Trip now in the morning if you
Right.
want.
Yeah, because back in the day, I remember we would have to cross. We could find stuff in El Paso. You can find anything, but we would cross over to Juarez just to bring
to get
back
the stuff.
Yeah, whether my dad was bringing back bottles,
Yes.
and then my mom would bring back the pumpkin seeds,
Everything.
right? Everything you can find, and then remember the
The chiclets.
those two
Peanut
yeah,
butter.
but the mazapans.
Yeah.
That too. And
Right?
whose parents didn't bring back a big ass bag of Jamaica or tamarindo?
Right, the tamarindo, yeah, and then
And
now
the
people are
chiles.
putting those in their drinks now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I mean, you find recipes for all that stuff on TikTok,
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, your local stores. So it's all within driving distance now. And man, when I lived in West Shawnee, I'd have to drive all the way to Wyandotte County somewhere to get, the tortillas that I liked or the ingredients to cook with that I like. So
You ever try ninfas tortillas?
back in the day,
They're flour tortillas. I believe they're still up and running, right?
Yep. Shout out to Alex. Yep. He works. His parents.
Every time we look at the camera, Juan looks at.
His parents own Ninfas.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't think I've met Alex.
Yeah, he's a young kid.
But I'd like to.
He's
Okay.
a good dude. Good dude.
Support his family.
Yeah.
I'll have to check him out.
Right.
I haven't been there probably since the 90s. I have not set foot into Ninfas since
It's been
the
a long
90s.
time
Yeah,
since I've been there.
it's still up and running.
Real quick, last question for you. What is your hangover cure?
So he's
Bro.
implying that you drink a lot and you get drunk.
I don't drink a lot, but when I do and I get lit like that, it's usually menudo.
Menudo,
Go-to
right?
Menudo, yeah.
It's funny.
And then if the place doesn't have menudo, then you ask for pozole.
Yeah.
And if those two are not available, then I haul ass down to my favorite
Taco Bell?
No, to my favorite Vietnamese place and order some beef pho.
Right on.
Because then
I've never had that.
oh my gosh. Okay, we got to go.
Okay.
So golfing,
Golf.
Arizona.
golfing and pho.
Right on. Whoa. Right on. That sounded weird, but okay. Yeah, whatever you guys want to
You
do.
didn't finish that word or
I'm
something.
not
I don't
going.
know.
I'm not going.
But yeah, those are all, dude. And in desperate times, in desperate times,
Uh-huh.
I'm sure in the cabin everyone has a pack of ramen noodles that they can flavor up, and I think it's the spicy steam and
Yeah.
the whatever chile you put into it that's going to help you cure from your hangover.
I think there's a way. Oh, yeah. But from the ramen noodles, is there somebody, they put eggs in them?
If you go to a
guys do
ramen
that?
restaurant, yeah, you get fancy
No,
like
but
that.
have you ever did it here in your home?
No,
I've been wanting to try. Have you, Jose?
Not bad.
Is it good? I mean,
no.
You can do it similar to like if you're making egg drop soup.
kind of. Oh, so you put it in there, mix it around, and it'll cook somewhat.
It's usually like,
that
it's
sounds
almost-
good. I've seen it on TV or.
You're doing it in like a pot.
It's almost like an egg over medium that's
Okay.
boiled
Okay.
Right.
and cooked open and laid
Really?
out on your
I've never
top
tried
of
it.
ramen
You
noodles.
need to try that. Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for asking that. That's great.
Well, Juan, thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate you being here.
Is it over?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my
We've been
God.
talking for an hour and a
It was
half.
such a fun time. It didn't seem like it was an hour and a half.
Yeah,
No, it was great. Thank you for inviting me.
yeah.
To the both of you, not YouTube. But
You too.
Right.
You too.
Thanks, brother. It's good.
So yeah, thanks again. Before we end, go ahead and click the notification bell. Hey, why don't you touch that right there? Quit being a
touch that. Why don't
biatch.
you touch
Quit being a biatch and touch it. You tell guys at the gym to touch and smell or whatever. Go ahead and click the notification bell. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And follow us on all social platforms at The Big Modcast.
Free shirts coming soon.
Yes. I've got a meeting with somebody. We're going to try to get some shirts done. And
Trying to get
Yeah.
up to 500
Very cool.
subscribers.
yeah. And we'll be,
Soon.
not only be giving away, but we will be selling merchandise as well. We have
Merch.
hats
merch.
and whatnot. And this is a new hat like that.
Oh, very nice.
Big Mod Media,
Right on.
which is the name of this studio, which is the name of my company.
very cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
Congrats to
Thank you so much.
the branding.
Thank you. I enjoy doing this. Enjoy what we're doing.
Yeah.
Appreciate all these guys that are here. It's awesome. Again, thank you so
Fantastic.
much.
Yeah. Thanks, man. It's
Yep.
good.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Big Modcast. Until then, we are the Big Modcast. Adios.
All right.
She's been riding